Good morning. I'm September. Welcome to my cooking show. It snowed last night here in Oklahoma, and it's really cold. We lost power, and so we don't have any heat. We don't have any lights, and I've got to open up the windows, the curtains, so we can get some light and see what we're doing. And I really need to get me some coffee. Oh my goodness, would you look out there? We must have got 18 inches of snow, and there's ice on those steps. We got steps all over our backyard. We've got, I think, 40 steps outside our house from front and back and everywhere. So, yeah, I can't go out there to cook. That's not safe. I've got to have my coffee. So, everything here is electric. There's stove and microwave. So, I'm just going to set up my outdoor kitchen in my living room, and I'll just make coffee that way. So, show you what I got here. This is my cast iron grill. These here are some folding legs. They're expandable, and they can be used for all kinds of things. I got it at some camping store, I don't know where, but they hold a Coleman grill that you could set on there. You could set something on it to make a table. You can put your trash bag down inside of it and it'll hold your bag open. It's a real handy little table. So I'm gonna use that. I got this the other day. This is one of those charcoal briquette starters, and I really like this one. This one is made by Oklahoma Joe's Smokers, is what it says. And you would normally put your newspaper down here in the bottom, and you would put your charcoal briquettes in the top. This one says that it starts your briquettes in half the time as the regular one. The other one we have is not as big around, and this bottom part is like a cone shaped, and you couldn't set anything in it. But this is nice and flat, and I can set a pan on that. So that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm not going to use it for charcoal briquettes at all. Cooking indoors, number one, safety. So I'm not going to use any fuels that are not safe indoors. And so I'm going to use Sterno today. This is alcohol-based fuel. And so I'm just going to open this up. And I'll use this cast iron as my cooking surface so I don't burn my countertops. And you can just reuse this until it runs out. I'll save the lid to put the flame out with later. So, let's get that lit. There we go. Okay. And then, as you can see, here's the level where the grill is, and it's just high enough to clear that flame. So that's the perfect height for that. Also, there's a lot of oxygen holes along the bottom, which is important when you're burning. When there's not enough oxygen getting to the flame, it puts out carbon monoxide, which is dangerous. So this is made safely where your flame gets enough oxygen to burn and combust completely like it should. All right, now we need a coffee maker. We normally use a Keurig, and we like our coffee fresh, 1 cup at a time. And I like one kind, he likes another kind. So for us, we use Keurig, and that's what we buy. So in case of emergency, we're not gonna have regular coffee grounds. So I set up my emergency plan with that in mind. So I need hot water. I don't need a percolator. So it's a good thing I don't have a percolator. All I have is my pot. So I'm going to put that on my flame, and I'm going to put some water in there. Probably should have done that the other way around, huh? Okay, that's going to take a few minutes to heat up. So I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'll come back when this is hot. See you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. It's been 7 minutes since I put the water on the fire, and so let's see where we're going from here. All right, to make the coffee, since we use the K-cups, I bought this little device called a MyJo. And so the MyJo is similar to a French press, but it's for Keurig K-Cups. This is made by Presto, the Presto MyJo, and I bought it from their website. So the bottom screws off and it holds your K-Cup, and I have a Krispy Kreme classic medium roast coffee. And this has a little, I don't know if you can see it, at the bottom there. There's a little peg there, a little pointy thing, and it punctures a hole in the bottom of the K-Cup. Can you hear it? There, yeah, you heard that. Okay, the top of the cup here, the bottom of it has a pointy, another point, and around the outside of this is silicone. So the water runs through here. This punctures the top of the cup. The water runs through here. It can't run around it because the silicone's sealed. And so when you screw, there's a cup. When you screw this in, it automatically punctures your coffee cup. Your K-Cup. Okay, so then you just set it on top of your coffee cup like that. There are lines that show how full to fill it. There's 6, 8, and 10 ounces. So you can put that in there, and before I pour this water, I want to test the temperature. So I'm going to guess right now we're probably at around 7 minutes. So I'll put in this meat thermometer. We'll see how warm it gets. Oh wow, we're already over 200 degrees. So we're just like almost to boiling now. Do you see that? Okay, so it's almost boiling. That's pretty hot water. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this up to the 10-ounce line. Then you put the top on, which is a plunger. Can you see that okay? There's a little plunger top. And so you just be careful when you put that on there so you don't spill it. And then the faster you push it, the faster it flows through the K-Cup and the weaker your coffee is. So if you just kind of take your time pushing it, and you have to do it about 3 or 4 times to get all the water through. So just wait a second, let it rise back up on its own. The air comes in through the top. There's a little vent there in the top that lets the air go back in. But when you press down, it only goes out through the bottom and through that K-Cup. Let's do a couple more of those. Oh boy, that smells so good. Almost all of it. So this part here actually takes about the same amount of time it does to make the coffee with your Keurig machine. You hear that? It's ready. It's all the water's in. So now I've got my cup of coffee. I'll put my thermometer back in it. Can you see I've got coffee in there? Look at that. All right. Coffee's over 200 degrees. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, that's good. That's good. Now I'm ready to start my day. Hey, thanks for watching.